Alright friends, welcome back. This is episode 35 and we are here on the Plasma Frigate trying to figure out this password, which we might already know. My guess is right, but at this point I don't even know where to enter the password, so... Is this a ladder? No, not a ladder. And can I go down here? I cannot go down there. Alright, so let's keep hitting switches for a bit. Oh, that's a dead end. This is the way we came in, right? There is a whole other area over here though, I seem to recall. Yes, there is. I trained myself endlessly for 2 years to get justice for Team Plasma. I won't lose to anyone anymore. We shall see about that. And another crocodile. Okay, well this is a much better matchup than last time. Although Nim had no problem. But Flo should have even more of no problem. Once again, we're very fortunate to have a special attacker out, especially because most of our team are physical attackers. It's really only Flo and Nim that are special. Although I guess Basa is flamethrower, but eventually he's going to be a purely physical attacker. Level 54, I think it's definitely time to switch things out a bit. But if I lose, I won't be able to carry out my justice. Well, should have trained even harder then. I do really appreciate that the grunts at this point in the game are very strong, not just using like Zubats and, you know, even Mighty Hyenas and stuff. With the diversity of the Pokemon and the fact that they're like fully evolved and good levels makes this a lot more fun. I suppose they probably are a little higher level too because it's challenge mode. But I think their Pokemon would have been the same no matter what. It's usually only gym leaders that get like an extra bonus Pokemon in challenge mode. And Elite Four members too. This guy has 2 Pokemon, a Grimer. Ah, what did I just say? But still, we haven't seen a Grimer yet, so the diversity still counts, and his second one will probably be stronger. Alright, Grimer is poison. We have no ground or psychic moves, so let's go with a nice solid return. Also, I like that Asper is wearing his winter coat because it's still very much... is it winter? No, I guess it's technically fall right now, as of this recording. Because when winter doesn't start until like December 21st or something, right? So it feels like winter. It's definitely the holiday season, but I guess officially not the winter solstice yet. Or 23rd, I think it's the 23rd this year. Alright, so the first number is 2. So I think the last 2 numbers are either 0 or 2. Well, I think they're both 0 and 2. Because I'm guessing she said her favorite number was 0, unless that was just like a red herring. Oh, we fought this person before. Just from a different direction. I don't think we fought this guy yet, though. Perhaps he has the last hint we need. So I basically just need to know, is it 2202 or 2220? Or is the 0 not in it at all? Guess we'll find out. Drapion, okay, a dark and poison type. So once again, I think return is probably our best bet. And hopefully at this point, Asper has max friendliness. If your Pokemon has max friendliness towards you, which is a value of 255, the way the damage of return is calculated is its happiness divided by 2 and rounded down. So 255 divided by 2. Wait, that doesn't work out. It must be it must be divided by 2/5, I guess is how they do that. Because that would be, and I guess it's just rounded. Because 2/5 of 255. Okay, hint for the password is a 4-digit number, and the last number is 2. Okay, so it's probably 2202 then. So we really didn't need the 3-number one. But that does, maybe it's rounded up. Maybe it's 255. It's too late to do math. Power Band. That's useful for training the EVs of your Pokemon, but being just a regular playthrough, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I did look up where the black glasses come from, and they are from Castelia City. There's a place you can get them. The Dark Plate is from an underwater ruin, which sounded a little bit complicated, so... Oh. Unless that's not like a door, right? No. Doesn't seem to be. So maybe we need to go back the way we came? Alright, let's see if we can find the door now. Oh, I see. So I need to hit this computer thing to enter the password. Well, the pass number, I suppose. 2202. See, I think the Castelia sewers, well, they're only available in spring and summer, it said. So I'll have to try once the game changes to spring, but that probably shouldn't be too much longer now. And there he is, Kyurem. The device is indestructible. You will never be able to release Kyurem. You don't have the sense to know when to quit, it seems. It's an act of mercy on my part to bring this to an end now. I feel like we should like turn on the beams like when Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn are fighting Darth Maul in the first Star Wars movie. This reminds me a little bit of that, although not getting Darth Maul vibes. I do wish Zinzalin didn't have like two Kraganal. Like it's a little boring facing the same Pokemon that he has over and over again. Or they should have done like 3, because I think 3 of the 7 sages stuck with Getsis and the other 3 followed N. So it'd be nice to be like rotate out and fought like multiple of the 7 sages and even like face them in like a double or triple battle. How cool would that be for like a final battle against the 3 sages in like a triple battle? That would be awesome. But unlike the grunts, his Pokemon do get a little bit repetitive. I really liked how they did the bad guy in like Platinum in the Generation 4 games, Cyrus, because his team it started off decently strong, but it got stronger and stronger. Let's use... We'll use Jump Kick. I was thinking like if we use Mega Horn and we miss, even though it's a higher chance of missing, we wouldn't take recoil damage, but honestly, if we miss a Jump Kick, Weevil's probably going to kill us anyway, so... And Jump Kick is 4 times super effective because Weevil is Ice and Dark type, both of which are weak to fighting. It is the same for anyone. As long as you are dreaming, the dream will never reveal itself to you. Okay. Not quite sure what that means. Beaten again. No matter. Team Plasma will get the last laugh. Alright, well... Is that another grunt to face? Just in case it is. I don't think it is. It's probably that spy guy. But let's move Ulton to the front of the party since he has more HP. Okay, so we can control the temperature inside the ship. Ooh. Oh, black and white. Interesting, okay. Oh, okay. The other warp panel. Should have read that better the first time. Maybe that warp panel is how to get out of here quickly. And look who it is. Welcome. I was asked by an acquaintance to help with his research. What I desire is to bring out the entirety of Pokemon potential. If I can accomplish that, I don't care what it takes. If it means this strength must be brought out by the interactions between Pokemon and trainers, then so be it. If it means you have to use a merciless approach like Team Plasma's and force out all of the Pokemon's power, then so be it. And yes, if the entire world is destroyed as a result, then so be it. That aside, the reason I have been traveling all over Unova and battling many Pokemon trainers is because I was testing the viability of this approach to bring out the full strength of Pokemon. In that respect, you've done an amazing job. Well now, tell me if you had the answer I desire or not. If you're ready, come at me. Yes, I tried not to spoil it because I did actually remember that. The Colress, who we've been facing a few times, is... I don't know if he's officially part of Team Plasma. I remembered him as being part of Team Plasma. Maybe he's just like allied with them. But either way, it's cool to have another boss fight against somebody who's not Zinzalin. Bring it on, Colress. I like his hair. Very interesting hair. Probably takes a long time to get ready in the morning, though. And 5 Pokemon. All very sciencey types. He's sort of like the ultimate evil scientist. Ooh, and we are against a steel type, and I did not have superpower. I do not have superpower, but we do have Dig. And Dig will also do the trick. Hopefully Magneton does not use Magnet Rise. It did not. In fact, Dig is 4 times super effective because Magneton is electric and steel. Superpower would have only been 1 time. And Earthquake 2 is the TM I want to get, but I think you can't get that also until after the Elite Four. I forget where Earthquake comes from. And Magnezone, that might be his best one. It's the evolved form of Magneton. I didn't see what level Magneton was at though. I kind of want to say it was also 54. He seems to really like Thunderwave. It could also be Klinglang as his best Pokemon. That seems like one that he would have. And it would make sense being a Gen 5 Pokemon. And there it is. 56, yeah, that's his best one. And an Air Balloon. So with the Air Balloon, it cannot take damage from ground attacks. So we have to hit it with another attack first. We'll use Dragon Claw in order to pop the Air Balloon. And bring it back down to the ground. Not a bad hit. Oh, critical hit, okay. I have to say, for a resisted attack, that was pretty good. Now, Shift Gear is a very cool status move. It increases, I think it's like, yeah, speed sharply, attack, and that's it, okay. So it's going to be faster and have a higher attack stat now. But I think Klinglang probably is more of a special attacker, honestly. But we'll see. I might be able to learn like Iron Head as well. The good news though is that we are underground, and I guess Gear Grind, his signature move, I think is a physical attack. It's a steel attack that I think hits multiple times. But he waited 1 turn too long to use it. He should have used it before we used Dig. That's a lot of XP. That's awesome. Good job, Bolton. And Metang. Now Metagross would be really cool. But I don't think he has a Metagross. Yeah, it's unfortunate we're using a Dragon type against like the one trainer in the game who has tons of Steel types. Probably should have thought of that. Oh, that was silly for him because now he's faster, which means he has to go first. So it's like backwards of what he would have wanted, because if he would have just stayed slower, he might have gotten a chance to attack. Yeah, he would have been able to use Meteor Mash right now. Well, I guess he's now faster, so it kind of works out the same in the end. Not sure if Dragon Claw will be a knockout. Let's go ahead and use Dig anyway. And for a scientist, this guy is not very smart. He should have waited to use the Full Restore, hoping I would use Dig. Because once again, the turn where he would have been able to do some damage to Dalton is the turn we were underground. I'm going to try to outsmart him a bit and use Dragon Claw this time. And oh, his attack raise. So hopefully this Dragon Claw will be enough. Come on, Dalton. I know Metang has a good defense stat, but not good enough. If they were being in the red, Dragon Claw could probably knock it out even through it being not super effective. And good, a non-steel type. I'm more psyched than I've ever been. I can still go on. We do have Shadow Claw, which I think is going to be more damage. It's 70 base power, but 70 times 2 is 140. Dragon Claw is 80, 120. Yeah, I think it's a little more base power there. Wait. We're holding the Dragon Scale, though, right? Oh, 1 HP. Wow, that's close. But it looks like we'll survive with just 1 HP, or win with just 1 HP. Yeah, I think, actually, honestly, if we're holding the Draco Plate, I think it would have been almost the same. Shadow Claw would have been 140, Dragon Claw would have been 144 if my math is right. Are you thinking of reaching even higher heights by understanding each other as Pokemon and trainers? Sure. I see. To me, that is an ideal answer. To think, that's what you actually believe. You bring out the power of your Pokemon with respect and love. Excuse me for repeating myself, but if it will make Pokemon stronger, I don't care what it takes. If interacting with Pokemon can increase their powers only to a certain point, then the full strength must be brought out using a scientific approach, even one without a conscience. It is cool that, like, it's not just a theory, like the move Return actually makes your Pokemon stronger based on how much you are friendly towards them. So I wish there was more stuff like that. I guess there's like the friendliest mechanic, which kind of annoys me in later generations, but that is sort of based on the same principle. But you have shown me the potential of your approach. To me, whether Team Plasma wins or whether you win will decide how the relationship between people and Pokemon should be. So where should this be settled? Step on the warp panel on the other side of the room where Kyurem is being held. Good luck in your battle. Well, now I can only suspect we'll be fighting Getsis next, either him or Kyurem himself. Not quite sure which. Before we do that though, if you will just excuse me, I'm going to try to track down that doctor again. Easier said than done, perhaps. Oh, or not, there he is. And heal up our team. Okay, let's just see how we're doing level-wise. Alright, we'll keep Bolden out for a bit since we're all level 53 or 54. And we'll basically just backtrack the way we came. Oh, no, we can't because the buttons have changed. Right. So now I think we need to go this way. Very cool little puzzles. Somebody's really good at making puzzles in these games. There we go. And now, like Colra says, we should use the other warp panel. What? You beat Colrus? Wah! I pretend to be strong, but I don't have any Pokemon. Typical. We could have forced our way past him if we wanted to. Aha, there he is. I was hoping to find him here. A lot of screens. What a setup. That'd be a sweet gaming setup in that chair there with like a desk you just spin around. No windows, though. I'd like to have a window. Ah, plastic Colrus. Like his little cane. The fool is far too committed to pure science. This is how he repays me for making him the boss of Team Plasma. Oh, so he was the new boss. He actually was not just part of it, but the boss of it. I guess Getsus prefers being behind the scenes. How dare he put his personal intellectual curiosity before our ultimate mission of conquering Unova. How fortunate for you. Few get to be the sole audience member for one of my speeches. Oh, lucky us. Team Plasma will use its knowledge and technology to take Kyurem's true power to its absolute limit and freeze the Unova region. The terrified people in Pokemon will bow at Team Plasma's, no, at my feet. Kyurem is an empty being, the remnants of a certain Pokemon when it split into Reshiram and Zekrom. My desire is absolute rule of Unova. Yeah, he's just another tyrant. That's right, Kyurem will be the vessel into which my desires will be poured. Lord Getsus, Kyurem has been transferred. It's finally here. The wonderful era in which I am the absolute ruler of Unova has finally arrived. I'll let you take care of this. Ah, we don't get to face him. That's very disappointing. Wait, you're one of the Shadow Triad, right? Tell me about the Purloin that was stolen in Aspertia. Very well, this might be it. There it is. I stole this Pokemon 5 years ago in Aspertia, so it seems likely that it is the Pokemon you're talking about. But now it only listens to my commands. Such is the fate of Pokemon that are trapped in Pokeballs. What? Don't mess with me, that's someone else's Pokemon. I feel sorry for Pokemon. They're ruled by Pokeballs and the whims of their trainers. Lord Getsus spoke of Pokemon liberation 2 years ago, simply for his own ambitions, but if his plans had succeeded, many Pokemon would have been saved. This Lipard, well, you know it as Purloin. If it had been released, it might have returned to you. Well then, you there. I won't let you interfere with Lord Getsus' plans. Alright, well, at least we have to face one of the Shadow Triad. Or Triad, however you say it. I guess it's probably Triad. And a Poniard. I think we faced this guy before. Once again, a Steel type. It does seem like we're facing a disproportionate amount of Steel types lately, but I probably should have been using Ulton for one of the earlier stages of this campaign. Alright, that should be super effective. And down goes Poniard. And Absol. We'll use Dragon Claw against him. Yeah, I feel like this is the same guy we faced just a few episodes ago, actually. But it is very hard to tell the members of the Shadow Triad apart. And one more Poniard. Should be no trouble at all. Yes, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Are we about to face Getsus? Do we have to go somewhere else to face him, maybe? Does it happen after the Pokemon League? It's been so long since I played this game last. I really have no idea how the plot goes from here. So I guess we'll find out together. It doesn't bother us one bit if the stolen Pokemon cry or beg. Well, that's mean. You're not done yet. Time to face the other two? Well, Ulton has been working really hard lately, so let's switch to Bassa. We swore to be loyal to Lord Getsus since he saved us. Well, loyalty will only get you so far. Another Ponyard. I hope it's not Ponyard Absol again. Or if it is, at least make it like a triple battle with like 3 Ponyards and 3 Absols. We can get it over with quickly. I'm going to use Flamethrower because Ponyard is weak to it regardless. We could use Seer Power, which is 4 times super effective, but didn't need to. And a crit, which we also didn't really need. Oh, Banette. Okay, that's different. Banette is not weak to any of our attacks, so we'll just go with good old Flamethrower. Not quite a one-hit knockout, and Psychic will be super effective. Luckily, Banette is not the strongest Pokemon, and does not get Stab, because it's a Ghost type, not a Psychic type. Cool Gen 3 Pokemon. Don't see that too much anymore. And another Ponyard. And another Flamethrower. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It doesn't bother us a bit if we have to use another Pokemon after one is defeated. A lot of money from these guys. I wonder if one of my Pokemon are holding the Amulet Coin. I just don't remember that. Very possible. I have no problem with you, but this is for Lord Getsus. I guess they're just buying time for him to get away. Typical. So 2 Ponyards. I don't remember what this guy has, if we faced him before, which I assume we have. Absol, Banette. Trying to think what another good Pokemon would be for them to use. Guess we'll find out soon. I think maybe like a Zangoose or something. We already saw a Zangoose though, and I feel like they would give them more unique Pokemon. I don't know, Ursaring's my guess, although I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Excelgor, okay, that's a cool Pokemon. I guess, well, it is like a ninja, so that actually makes a lot of sense. But Excelgor is a bug type, a very fast bug type. Another Pokemon that I would like to train one day. There's just so many good Gen 5 Pokemon that I haven't gotten to it yet. And Me First is a really cool move that goes first and uses the move that your Pokemon's about to use, but with an extra 50% damage increase. Fortunately, we use a fire attack, and we are resistant to fire, so didn't do too much damage. It doesn't bother us a bit if Pokemon win or lose. Seems like you guys aren't bothered. Even if I win, even if I lose, Lord Getsus simply has to win. No matter. The only thing you can do is watch Lord Getsus use Kyurem to freeze Unova Solid. That's all. You. I'll return this Pokemon to you. Considering what Lord Getsus is about to do, I have no further need of it. Hey, Uno. If we let Team Plasma do whatever they want, there'll be more sad Pokemon like Purloin and Kyurem. Hopefully this Lightbard still remembers his sister and we'll make it back. Alright, we came to the warp panel, right? So do we go down the stairs now? Alright, so now we're just getting off the ship. And going ice skating once again. Okay. I see. There we go. Always enjoy these ice puzzles. Wonder if there's a way, I guess not, to go south here. Yeah, I don't think there is. Nope, doesn't look like it. Dead end. Huh. Wonder how you get to that item down there, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, Bassa has taken a few hits. So we'll switch him out from the front of the pack as well, or her out from the front of the pack as well. And press onward. Another cave. Should probably use some repels again. There we go. We could surf, but I don't think there's anywhere to go with the surf, so... I kind of feel like we are just going to... Yeah, I think this is where we face Getsus in the final battles. Comes back to me a little bit. Oh, I should have healed first then. I definitely should have healed first. Alright, here we go. The Giant Chasm. This is the spot where Kyurem's power resonates. Here, Kyurem can use the full extent of its power and easily cover all of Unova in ice. Kyurem, come. Hurrah. I have a memory that has continued to haunt me. Just one. The unpleasant look in your eyes reminds me of it. That aside, this is my gift to you to show my respect for making it this far. I'll freeze you solid right here so you can watch my glorious ascent. Oh, what a gift. Hope none of my family did that for Christmas, to freeze me in place. Glaciate! Hurrah! You can tell it's like an incomplete Pokemon, because even like its wings are like different sizes. Vastly so. Well, this isn't good. Zekrom, Fusion Bolt! So you came. The freak without a human heart. N. I feel like this might have been a trap, though. Zekrom told me Kyurem is suffering. I can't allow selfish humans to make Pokemon suffer. And I like Unova. It's the place that taught me how to live as a human. It's the place that made me notice the harmony between Pokemon and humans living together. I will protect the Pokemon and humans who live here. I hope it appears in a future game. Very interesting character. Excellent. That was a moving expression of your determination. So the education I provide to make you king wasn't a complete waste then. But I still haven't forgotten that even though I was kind enough to find you when you were living in the forest with Pokemon and take you in and care for you, in the end you were selfish and disrupted my plans. I was supposed to use your abilities to rule Unova. But I'll forgive you for that as well. Zekrom, which you were kind enough to bring with you, can shatter ice. Now you saved me the work of searching for it. Well, actually I knew you'd appear if we fired ice missiles into Opelousas City, and you noticed the changes. That's an ugly formula. It won't work. Oh, but it will. If I use these, the DNA splicers. Yeah, unless his plan comes together. Hopefully N heals our Pokemon before we face him. That would definitely be nice. He might, because, like, I feel like otherwise, unless you kill him on your own, everybody will come here with damaged Pokemon. Zekrom? Kyurem, absorb Zekrom. Use Absofusion. That's not a real move. And there he is in his final form. Black Kyurem. Significantly more powerful than regular Kyurem would be. I think more powerful than even Zekrom or Reshiram on their own are. Honestly, pretty cool looking too. I like the design. I never would have believed that Pokemon could fuse together, that there was a formula like this. You fool. Last time I was going to use you to capture people's hearts and minds to rule them, but this time I'm simply going to use overwhelming power and rule with an iron fist. Do you understand? If you had simply become king, Unova would have remained beautiful. Come now, trainer. This time no one will save you. But to make things interesting, I'll give you a chance. Let's see if you can stop this Kyurem. What's this? Your Pokeballs are trembling. Could your Pokemon be shaking with rage? No, that's not possible. Simple tools don't have emotion or thought. Come, challenge Kyurem. Just so you know, catching it is impossible. My cane emits signals that disrupt the function of all Pokeballs. Good to know. Oh, good, we can use potions, okay. Let's do that, shall we? Actually, our team is in pretty good shape. I don't know if we're facing him. It might just be with Kyurem. It might not be with like the full team of 6 he had last time. Or it could be like when we faced N in the last game. And he leads with his legendary and then has 5 other strong Pokemon backing it up. Alright, but Kyurem, I think, is still an Ice and Dragon type. Even though it's Black Kyurem. Although I think it might still get, like, it can use the ability Fusion Bolt or something. I don't know. So I would think against an Ice and Dragon type, Bassa might be the best one to use. Alright, well, let's go for it and see how we fare. Actually, it could just be whether we're facing Kyurem first, and then we face Gesis with his full team of 6. That's probably how it goes. Very high level, but it still is just one Pokemon. Kind of a Frankenstein of a Pokemon. Alright, well, if it is Ice type, as I expect it is, we could use Head Smash, honestly. But I think getting stabbed, Sewer Power should still do more damage. And Slash is not the strongest move. It's a very strong Pokemon, but only 70 base power, and being normal type, it does not get stabbed. One hit knockout. Okay, that was easier than I thought it would be. Good job, Bassa. Taking down a incredibly strong legendary with 1 hit. I'm glad we got that new move, as blue shards were really worth it. We are not going to learn Roar, though. Not really a great move. Has its uses, but not so much in-game. Kyurem and Zekrom were separated. I can't believe it. The Black Kyurem I went to all the trouble of preparing. How irritating. Now I have to go recapture Kyurem, don't I? But first, I'll take down this disgusting trainer with my own hand. This time I will succeed. No matter what they try, no one will be able to stop me. Alright, Getsis, bring it on. This will be a cool fight. 6v6. I am ready and excited. And I guess I didn't have a chance to heal, so it's good that we defeated Black Kyurem in 1 shot, 'cause otherwise it's really kind of like a 6v7. Ooh, okay. He has very strong Pokemon from what I recall. And I don't think it's the same exact team he has from the first game, but probably a lot of overlap. Alright, so Confagrigus is a ghost type. I wonder if I should switch him to somebody else. It might be worth it too. Like, I could bring in Nim. Because he's probably going to use Shadow Ball, which is not very effective. I could bring in Asper, but Asper can't do a lot in return. Well, we could use Hornleech. But I think Confagria still has a pretty good defense stat. So let's use Flamethrower and see what happens. We might try to poison me with Toxic. I seem to remember him doing that. Not Toxic, but he does know Psychic. Super effective. That'll be a lot of damage. Oh, is that a berry? Oh, leftovers. I was expecting exactly that kind of move. Where are you now? Well, even after leftovers, a second Flamethrower should take out Confagrigus. So let's go ahead and do that. And down he goes. And just like that, it's now 6-5. Seismitoad. We are very familiar with Seismitoad. So I guess I could probably switch in. All right, let's do this. I want to check and see how Asper's speed 120 compares to this Flo's. I'm a little worried about Rain Dance, but not super worried. I could have like Ice Punch or something. but let's bring out Asper. Because I'm imagining he's going to use either water or ground attack. Probably water. Nope, ground. But either way, we will resist it because we are grass type, which, as we know, is Seismitoad's weakness. And Horned Leech is 4 times super effective and should heal us right back up. Good job, Asper. Reindeer power. And level 54. Alright, so far so good. Electros. A Pokemon with no weaknesses because it is an electric type with the ability Levitate. So let's go ahead and just use Return for some good solid damage. Not bad. Now Flamethrower is super effective. Electros is a pretty good move pool from what I recall. It's slow, that's kind of the only thing I don't like about it. And I think that Horned Leech should be enough to finish it off. So let's use that way we get a little bit of HP back as well. Alright, so far, despite being about the same level, this is going pretty well. Drapion, I don't think he had that last time, but a very cool addition to his team. Drapion is poisoned, so Horned Leech is not very effective, so we'll use Return. Once again, some solid damage. X-Scissor being Bug type is super effective. Down goes Asper, but Asper did a great job. Who should we bring out next? So Ground would be the perfect counter to a Drapion. We'll bring out our own Seismitoad. Go Flow. And we'll use our brand new Earth Power, although Drapion is faster. So I probably should use Rain Dance there, but I didn't know we were slower, so there it is. And down goes Drapion. Hydreigon, his signature Pokemon, one of my favorite Gen 5s. A Dark and Dragon type with the ability Levitate. So, ooh. Well, Drapion resists both Surf and Earth Power. Well, it's immune to Earth Power. But it is weak to Drain Punch. Can we survive a Dragon Rush, though? We cannot. Yeah, Dragon Rush is a very strong move. Ironically, Hydreigon is more of a special attacker. It's like the one pseudo-legendary, or at least at this point, that is more of a special attacker. I don't know if Ulton is faster or not. Hydreigon is not super fast. Of course, neither are we, and we're about the same level. But let's give it a shot. He also could potentially just miss. No, he is faster, and he did not miss. Oh. Alright, so that's not good. Hydreigon is very strong, and could easily turn this around. Okay, so unfortunately Bassa has taken some damage here. And being Dark type, we really can't use Nim. So Russ could use Fly or Rock Slide. Let's bring in Bassa. Because if we can survive an attack, we could do a lot of damage and return superpower. The question is, at like half of our health, can we survive? Dragon Rush also has a chance to flinch too, which would be bad even if we do survive. No, if we had all of our HP left, we could have, but... Oh, this is going very bad. So it all comes down to Russ. Yeah, we had the numbers advantage before, but now I'm getting more nervous, because we each had, now it's 2-2. Alright, so we do have U-turn, which is super effective. Let's just take a moment here and think, because this is going to be a very tough fight. So what item are we holding? We are holding the Sharp Beak. So Fly is 90 base power, times Stab is 135. So that'd be what, another 27 from the Sharp Beak? So that's like 162. Whereas U-turn is only 140. So I think Fly should do more damage actually. So let's go ahead and use Fly and hope that we're faster and don't miss. Of course, even with a Fly, I don't know. Maybe I should use U-turn just so Flo would take the damage. That could have been a good idea, but never mind. Thankfully, Russ had enough attack power to take out Hydreigon with Fly. And Toxicroak, the last Pokemon. A very strong one, although being poisoned and fighting, I think either one of these two should be able to take it no problem. Because Extrasensory is 4 times super effective. But yeah, Hydreigon is no joke. If that had like Dragon Pulse instead of Dragon Rush, that could have been tougher still. And down goes Getsus. I was worried for a second there. I was worried that Hydreigon was going to take us all out. Oh, sorry I wasn't reading that. I couldn't have been defeated by some random trainer from who knows where. And more than 10,000 Pokebucks. Very nice. How can this be? I'm the creator of Team Plasma. I'm perfect. I'm the absolute ruler who will change the world. And I've lost to some unknown trainer not once, but twice. I was about to say, did we face him before? But he means the hero of the previous game. I can't accept this. This is impossible. I can't be bested by fools who can't even use Pokemon correctly. It's hard to call you this, but Father, please understand. Pokemon are not tools. Pokemon and humans take each other to greater heights. They are our wonderful partners. Some humans understand this. Why can't you? Shut your mouth. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't talk like a person, you freak. No real person could talk to Pokemon. What a bad father. Lord Getsus has lost control. We'll take it from here. Okay. Without Father, Team Plasma is... farewell. Just as Kane remains. On behalf of everyone, thank you. Kyurem is fine. Now it has lost its power, but it will come here again. I think we can catch it that time. Zekrom says thank you as well. That's right, I can talk with Pokemon. On that day 2 years ago, a certain trainer in Alder taught me something. By accepting different ideas, this world creates a chemical reaction. So I met many different Pokemon and people and heard so much. And that's how my world quietly grew bigger. By being with Pokemon, humans can continue towards new horizons. By being with humans, Pokemon can exhibit their true power. That's what Zekrom taught me, the ideal for Pokemon and me. And someday both ideals and truth will come together. Then Pokemon and humans will be free from the oppression of Pokeballs. You, what are you and your Pokemon striving for? You should head to the Pokemon League and put your ideals to the test. I think that is exactly what we'll do. But first, I need to rest, and our Pokemon need to heal up for sure. And we probably have a little bit of training to do, because I think the Pokemon League is going to be a few levels higher. Team Plasma's ship flew away. Is it over? Yes, I see. So it's finally over. More importantly, you rescue Kyurem from Team Plasma, right? You're really something. I'm going to make sure Purloin gets back to my sister. Still can't take it out of the Pokeball yet, though. What are you going to do? He said to go to the Pokemon League? That's a good idea. I mean, now you're the strongest in Unova, right? Go prove it. Do you remember where we first met up in the Giant Chasm? If you follow the path from here, it goes out to Route 23. Victory Road and the Pokemon League are just past there. Alright, well, that is going to be our next adventure. So like I said, I will heal up, maybe get some black glasses for Nim, and then we will face a challenge that is even tougher than the one we just overcame. Victory Road is going to have a lot of really tough trainers, and at the end of it, the Elite Four and the Pokemon Champion will be the strongest trainers yet. So that's all for today. As always, thank you guys for watching. Keep being awesome, and I'll see you again soon.